Did you ever want to create a great brand for yourself and your products? Did you ever get confused about pricing your products high or low and how you should do it? If you want to price like Apple, where they're able to charge much more than the market, where sometimes they might be charging 50% to 100% more, then we really have to look at everything around the product that is being created in order to price that way.
Goal is to make the best personal computers in the world and to make products we are proud to sell and would recommend to our family and friends. And we can't do it. We just can't ship junk.
So in this video, we will go through some of the different criteria where we can see what we need to do in order to create value for the end user to be able to brand yourself properly, which allows you to charge a premium on your products or services. When we think about Apple products, one of the first things that come to our mind is how premium the products really are. Their customer service, the durability of their products, how they present themselves, their marketing material, all of it combined shows that this is a quality product or service that you will be purchasing. At the end of the day, having quality allows you to differentiate yourself from your competitors, which makes you into your own category. So at the end of the day, differentiating your products and services from your competitors allows you to charge a premium to your end user, and it will be accepted because you're providing something different that others are not. Now, the question is, how can you provide better quality? This can be done by understanding your clients and customers better, by putting yourself in their shoes and thinking about the day-to-day life they're going through and the challenges they're facing and how they will be interacting with your products or services. So really understanding the customer is the first step in being able to address those concerns to provide higher quality. Have amazing attention to detail on your services or products. So for example, with Apple, you can see this detail in the designing of an iPhone, for example, the way it's so sleek and simple and at the same time so user-friendly. You can even see it in the packaging, where when you open the package, there's a lot of depth and detail given on how the customer can open the product, take it out of the case, and start using it. So all of these show that the company is looking after minute details in order to provide a higher end user experience. Make the experience that the customer has interacting with your company as best as possible. So with Apple, we can see from the customer support to the way Apple Store works, the Genius Bar, how they interact with the customers, and also how the end user interacts with the products and how the products sync with each other. So for example, all of the Apple products sync with each other to provide a seamless user experience between all of their products. Deal with your customers in transparent and honest way. By providing good customer service, you're able to show that you care for the customer, which allows you to part ways with a good feeling in customer's mind. And when you do that, the customer will always think about you in a good light. And this will create customer loyalty, which improves the quality of the product that you're providing overall. The way customer perceives you and your company is as important as the product itself. Apple clearly puts as much effort in their marketing and advertising as the product itself. You can see it on their website, on the ads, the type of movies and TV shows they sponsor, and the different celebrities they sponsor as well. You can also see creativity, sleekness, and similarities of what the products stand for with Apple in their advertising as well. So now, how can you brand for higher value? Make sure everything you put out, whether it's your work, your products or services, or your advertising, that may be content, shows that there is value and quality that is being produced. Now, this might be hard to start off this way because in the beginning you're just trying to get going, but at the end, this should be the goal. Make sure there's consistency in branding. For example, the colors, the people who are showing up, the type of material that's going out there, whether it be your website, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or newsletters, anything that's going out, there should be some similarities in the content that's going out, that you're really thinking about the content and the themes and the design of the product itself. The other part of marketing is to really build trust and relationship with your customers. How do you do this? You do this by keeping your promises. If you ever promise a product release at a certain date, you keep that promise and you deliver on it. You can also build relationship and trust by creating free content Although it takes a lot of effort and time to put into, it could also cost you money if you're hiring an editor or videographer. Putting that effort in shows that you really care about the audience that you're pitching your services to or your products, or even yourself to, which in turn builds trust because now they're getting free content. They don't have to pay for it. You're adding value to their lives. Also, try to over deliver on your promises. If you give a promise, you end up under delivering, then it gives a perception that you might be a clickbait type. In the short run, you might be able to make some quick money. In the long run, it doesn't really help the customer trust you and value you as a person, company, or value your services and products. The other thing you can do is commitment to improving yourself and your products and your brand. This is done by constantly engaging in improving yourself, gaining more knowledge, and providing more value to your customers as you grow and go on your journey. You also want to monitor performance to make sure that what you're engaging is actually working. Build out quality products or services at launch. Let's look at what happened to BlackBerry. BlackBerry had a massive advantage over iPhone by 5 years. BlackBerry released its first smartphone in 2002, and iPhone released its first smartphone, which was iPhone, in 2007. This gave BlackBerry a 5-year advantage in entering the market. But at the end of the day, Apple had a superior product. Similarly, Microsoft released its tablet 10 years before iPhone came out with the iPad. Meta or Facebook released MapQuest Pro about a year before Apple came out with Vision Pro. And Meta sells its product for $1,500 and Vision Pro is sold for $3,500. Now, we don't know which one is going to be more successful. It's still to play out. It's too early. But the critics are already saying that the Vision Pro is much superior than any of the products out there. So this shows that although Apple is releasing its products a bit later, they really care for the quality and they don't want to ship out junk. All these examples show that even if you're late to the market, if you have a quality product and you're able to do proper marketing, you will be able to take a good chunk of market share in the industry that you're in. Now, this doesn't mean that there isn't a first mover advantage. Definitely in most industries, someone who comes in first and is able to woo the customers is able to get a lot of clients and customers, but it also shows that quality can supersede entering the market early with a subpar product. The other thing you can do is really build a community. So what this means is it could be an online forum, a WhatsApp group, or Discord. It could be any of those, or your own private forum. Apple probably has one of the biggest fan base out there for any technology companies. People line up for hours on end, sometimes overnight, in order to pay money and buy their products. For most companies, it's the other way around. They have to go after the customers. But by creating a community, Apple has got the customers to buy into their vision and ideology, which in turn allows them to release a product and instantaneously have it sold out completely and at higher prices. So how can companies do this? How can they price their products above the market and still get away with it? Not only can they get away with it, but they can actually take the majority market share from their competitors. So companies, whether big or small, it could be a small business, it could be a solo entrepreneur, they have to kind of do all of these things at once. Have quality in your products, build trust, create good marketing and branding, provide value to the clients, engage in innovation. When you do all of this, you are branding yourself and your company in a way where it stands out from your competitors, which makes you avoid into falling the trap of being a commodity. If you're a commodity and you're selling the exact same thing as someone else, then really you have not differentiated yourself. The lowest price business will win. So in that case, you're racing to the bottom and your margins will become thinner and thinner. It's very difficult to survive.